So good afternoon to everybody. So today's topic is implementation of queues by using arrays. How to implement the queues by using arrays. We already know that queue is a first in first out list. What is first in first out? The element which is inserted at first will be deleted at first. Such a list we called as a queue. In queues, deletions will be done at another end called as friend. Such a list we called as a queues. So there are so many applications of queues. So one is first come first serve CPU scheduling algorithm. This is application of queue. Another is first in first out page replacement algorithm. Third is BFS graph traversal. These three are the applications of queues. That means we are using queues in these three applications. So this is, we are always done deletions at front. We are always insertions are done at rear. So what are the operations that are performed on queues? So there are different operations we are performing on queues: add queue, delete queue, is full, is empty, display. These are the 5 operations that are performed on queues. Add queue. This method is used to insert an element into the queue. So we want to insert an element into the queue, we use this method. So in this add queue, we are always insertion. We are always perform insertions at rear. So when for each insertion, the rear is incremented by 1. So whenever rear is greater than or equal to size, then the queue is full. Such a list we called as a add queue. Second, we have the delete queue. Delete queue, this module is used to delete an element from the queue. For each deletion, so we can perform deletions at front. For each deletion, the front is incremented by 1. So when rear equal to front, the queue is empty. So this is called as a DQ. Delete queue we called as a DQ. Is full. This method is used to determine the queue is full or not. The queue is full when rear greater than or equal to the queue is full when rear greater than or equal to size minus 1. Is empty. This method is used to determine the queue is empty or not. The queue is empty when rear equal to front. When rear equal to front, the queue is empty. Display. This method is used to print the elements of the queue. These are the 5 operations that are performed on queues. So we are implemented these queues by using arrays as well as linked lists. First, we will discuss how to implement queues by using arrays. Later, we discuss how to implement by using linked lists. So first, we write the algorithms how to implement by using arrays. So first we have add queue. Add queue module is used to insert an element into the queue. In queues, insertions will be done at rear. For each element insertion, the rear is incremented by 1. When rear greater than or equal to size minus 1, then the queue is full. This is the module. So if rear greater than or equal to size minus 1, then the queue is full. Otherwise, we increment the rear value and insert the value at rear position. That's we called as array. Delete queue. Delete queue module is used to delete an element from the queue. We called as a DQ or delete queue. This module is used to delete an element from the queue. In queues, all deletions will be done at front. For each element deletion, the front is incremented by 1. So when this is we call as the queue is empty when rear equal to front. When rear equal to front, the queue is empty. Delete queue. If rear equal to front, the queue is empty. Otherwise, we increment the front. Front equal to front plus 1. Delete. So we are inserted element at front. Is full. So queue is rear greater than or equal to size minus 1. Then the queue is full. Otherwise, the queue is not full. is empty. When rear equal to front, queue is empty, otherwise queue is not empty. Display, so display module is used to print the elements from the queue. So suppose there are 4 elements are deleted, we can print the elements from 5th position. That's why, so for I equal to front plus 1, I less than or equal to rear I plus plus, we can print the values at Q of I. These are the different modules we are using in Q. So then we go for how to implement these queues by using arrays. We can write the program implementation by using arrays. So we have the queues using arrays. This is the program we are writing. We require the two header files hash include iostream.h. Another is called as hash include conio.h. These are the two header files we require. We constant int size equal to constant int size equal to 10. Class, we write a C++ program classes. Class Q. We write the function of one by using arrays. That's why we use Q. Q of size. Q is an array of size. Int front, comma rear. We need two front and rear because the insertions will be done at rear and the deletions will be done at front. That's why we require the two counter variables front and rear says. So I will write the constructor. So in constructor I will initialize the front and rear. So front and rear is initialized to -1. So what is how to write the constructor? Constructor is the same as class name. The name of the class is Q. That's why Q. Rear equal to front equal to -1. So I am initialized the front and rear to -1. This is the rear equal to front equal to -1. Then we need to write the functions. So we have the different functions void add q or nq. You may write add q or nq. So int data void delete q, another module void is full, void is empty, void display. These are the modules we are implementing in queues. Add queue, delete queue, is full, is empty, display. First we go for add queue. How to implement add queue? Void class name. What is the class name? Queue. Scope resolution operator. Then add queue. We need the int data. So when we can insert the value, when we are not insert the value. So when rear greater than or equal to size -1, if rear greater than or equal to size -1, see out q is else rear plus plus q of rear equal to sorry q of rear equal to data. This is the way this module is used to insert a value into the queue. Suppose I want to insert the value into the queue. So first of all, you have to check whether it is possible to insert or not. So if, because we are implementing by using arrays, so array is a static memory allocation. So for in static memory allocation, the programmer must declare the size. When the size of the array is too big, we cannot insert the value. Otherwise, we can insert the values. That's why if rare greater than or equal to size minus 1, then the queue is full. Otherwise, we can insert the value. That's why rare plus plus q of rare equal to data. Void q delete q. Another module, we have the delete queue. This module is used to delete an element from the queue. So when we cannot delete the value from the queue, if rare equal to friend, that means the values which are inserted is equal to the values we are deleted, then we are not possible to delete. That's way. So for each insertion, the rare is incremented by 1. For each deletion, the rare is decremented by 1. That's way. If rare equal to friend, so we cannot delete the value from the queue. See out queue is empty. Rare equal to friend, then the queue is empty. Otherwise, we can delete the value from the queue. So delete queue. This module is used to delete an element from the queue. So when we are not possible to delete, or when we are possible to delete and not possible to delete, so if rare equal to friend, we are not possible to delete the value. Otherwise, we can delete. So if rare equal to friend, q is empty. Otherwise, we can delete it. Q of friend plus q of friend. Yes. Void q is if rare greater than or equal to size minus 1, see out q is full. Else, see out q is not full. So if q is greater than, if rare is greater than or equal to size minus 1, then the q is full. Otherwise, q is not full. Similarly, is empty. Void q is empty. So when the queue is empty, so if rare equal to friend, see out queue is empty. Else queue is not empty. This is empty. Then display. So display module is used to print the values of the queue. Void queue display. If rare equal to friend, see out queue is empty. Else, see out the queue is for I equal to friend plus 1, I less than or equal to where I plus plus C out Q of I. This is the module for deletion. If rear equal to front, Q is empty. Otherwise, we can print the element from front to rear. We can print. These are the 5 modules we are implementing. One is called as add Q. Add Q module is used to insert a value into the queues. So for each insertion, all in queues, all insertions will be done at rear. For each insertion, the rear is incremented by 1. So if rear greater than or equal to size minus 1, because we are inserting the values from 0th position, that's why we write size minus 1. Otherwise, if we are inserting the values from first position, we write if rear greater equal to size. While in the case of C and C++, we have the starting position is 0. That's why, so if rear greater than or equal to size minus 1, then the queue is full. Otherwise, we can insert the values into the queues. For each insertion, the rear is incremented by 1. So if rear greater than or equal to size, that's delete queue. If rear equal to front, then the queue is empty. Otherwise, we can delete the element from the queue. So in queues, we are deleting the elements in front side. That's why if rear equal to front, so queue is empty. Otherwise, we increment the front value, front plus plus, and queue of data equal to front is full. So when the queue is full and when the queue is not full. If queue is full, if rear greater than or equal to size minus 1, then the queue is full. Otherwise, the queue is not full. Is empty. This module is used to determine the queue is empty or not. The queue is empty when rear equal to front. Otherwise, the queue is not empty. Display. Actually, display module is used to print the elements of the queue. If there is no elements, we cannot print the values. That's why, first of all, we'll check whether there is any elements in the queue or not. So this we can perform by using if rear equal to front, the queue is empty. Otherwise, so we can print the elements. The queue is so from front plus 1 position for I equal to front plus 1, I less than or equal to rear, I plus plus. We can print the elements of the queues. These are the modules. Then we go for main. So we are implementing the main by using menu driven. Actually, so in data structures, it is necessary to implement the programs by using menu driven. So actually, it's not. So in data structures, it is necessary to implement the queues by using. So by using menu driven. Yes. Void main. How to declare the objects? Queue. Suppose obj object. I will put this. Q is an object we are using. So int ch comma data. CLR SCR. First I will clear the screen. CLR SCR. Cout 1. Add Q. Cout. Delete Q. Cout 3 is full. Cout 4 is empty. Cout 5 display. 6. Exit. See out. Enter your choice. Scene. See. Switch. Case 1. Case 1 is used to add the elements into the queue. So that's why first we have to read the value. See out. Enter the value to be inserted. Scene date. Useful event display accesses. Object dot date, object dot add queue of data. Obj dot display. We print. Case 2. Object dot delete queue. Object dot display. Case 3. Object dot useful. Break. Case 4. Object dot useful is empty. Case 5. Object dot display. Right. So these are the modules. These are the modules we are using. So program. This is the program. Entire program. So it's 100 lines of program. So you have to don't by heart the program. So you have to understand the concept and write it. So by heart you cannot, because so here 98 lines of program. We add one more line by breaks, so it will be 100 lines of program. So yeah, by hearting 100 lines of program is very difficult. So I request all the students understand the concept, what are the operations we are performing, and based on that you have to implement. If you go for under by hearting, so you cannot. Data never assigned. In I is undefined symbol. In I. Yes, no mistakes. Yes. So this is the menu driven. We get the values, add queue, delete queue, is full, is empty, display, exit, enter your choice. Suppose I want to insert 1. Enter the value to be inserted 10. Then the queue is 10 only. So if I enter one more value, enter choice 1, 20. So then the queue is 10, 20. We are inserted at rare. That's it. Suppose I want to insert one more element, 1, 30. 1, 10, 20, 30. One more, 1, 40. So like this, you have to give the choice 1 and insert the values. So if you give the choice 1, so it will read the value, then we can insert the value. Always the values are inserted at rare. So this is the where. So here we are inserting the values at rare positions. So always we are inserting the values at rare. Suppose I want to insert one more, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Like this we can insert the values at rare. Suppose I want to delete an element. So always we have the first element. What is the first element? 10 is the first element, 50 is the last element. In queues, all deletions will be done at front. That means the first element will be deleted at first. So that's why if I want to delete, you have to give the choice 2. If choice is 2, then the deleted number is 10. So we are deleting the 10. So then the queues after deletion of the 10, the queues 20, 30, 40 and 50. Actually we are given 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So after deletion of the 10, the queue is 20, 30, 40 and 50. Suppose I want to delete one more element, again I will give the 2. So if I give the Q, then the Q is 30, 40, 50 because initially we have the 20, 30, 40 and 50. So if I deleted 20, so after deletion of the 20, the Q is 30, 40 and 50. This is the. Suppose I want to delete one more. So you have to write. Then the Q is 40 and 50. Suppose I want to insert one more, then again I'll give and 60. And the Q is 40, 50, 60. All elements are deleted. Suppose I want to insert one more, 1, 40, 50, 60, 70. So I want to delete 2. So 50, 60, 70. One more. Say 50, 60 and 70. So suppose I want to insert one more, 80. Then the Q is 60, 70, 80. Suppose I want to insert one more, 90. 60, 70, 80, 90. Suppose I want to delete 2, then the Q is 70, 80 and 90. Suppose I want to insert one more element, 100. Q is 70, 80, 90, 100. Suppose I want to delete one more, say 80, 90, 100. Suppose I want to insert one more. We have the Q is full. Please check it. So we have only in Q, we have only 3 elements. Actually the size of the Q is 10. We are inserted only 3 values and the size of the Q is 10. So now the queue contains only 3 values, even though the queue is some positions is empty, but the system will display queue is full. The problem of linear queue is when rare greater than or equal to size, the queue is full, even there is some empty positions. Actually we are inserted 10 values. Suppose I want to insert one more value, 11, we cannot possible because rare greater than or equal size. Then I deleted so many numbers, 7 numbers I deleted. But front is always changing, but the queue is not. So at this situation also, so the queue is full. Suppose I want to delete 20. Suppose I want one more delete 100 only. Suppose I want to delete 1. Deleted, queue is empty. Now the queue is empty. Suppose I want to insert a value 1. So queue is full. Actually queue cannot contain any numbers. So queue is full. Queue is empty, but the system will display as queue is full. Because in linear queues, when rare greater than or equal to size minus 1, then the queue is full. Even the queue contains some empty positions. This is the problem of linear queues. So the problem of linear queues by using arrays is when rare greater than or equal to size minus 1, then the queue is full. Even the queue contains some empty positions. Actually, now the queue cannot contain any values. However, I want to insert a value. The system will display queue is full because we are implementing arrays. So rare reaches to size. That's why queue is full. Even the queue contains some empty positions. This is the problem of linear queues. The problem of linear queues is so when rare greater than or equal to size minus 1, then the queue is full. Even the queue contains some empty positions. This is the problem of linear queues. So this problem can be avoided by using circulars. No problem. So, but I am explaining here how to implement it. So, what is the how to implement and what are the drawbacks of linear queues. So, we are implementing always increment rare and insert the values at rare and increment front and deleted front. Actually, that is the process we are using in linear queues. The problem of linear queues is when rare greater than or equal to size minus 1, then the queue is full. Even the queue contains some empty positions. Here is the position, here you will check it. Actually, queue is empty here. So actually, we have the queue. Suppose I will write not if I will call it, the queue is empty because there is no elements. So if I call 3, queue is full because there is no elements. If there is no elements, when you call the front, queue is empty. When I call rare is full, queue is full. So is there any elements? No. If I call the display, no, there is no elements. If there is no elements, it is possible to insert actually. But here not, because when rare greater than or equal to size minus 1, so then the queue is full. That is the problem of linear queues. This is about linear queues. So suppose I want to exit, so we'll write 6. This is the process. So I will explain once again. So these are the different modules we are using. So actually I am using the constructor to initialize the counters rare and front, and rare and front is initialized to -1. We have the modules add queue, delete queue, is full, is empty, and display. Add queue module is used to insert a value into the queues. So if rare greater than or equal to size -1, then the queue is full. Otherwise the queue is not full. We can increment the rare and assign the values to the rare. Delete queue, when rare equal to front, queue is empty. Otherwise we can increment the front and assign the value to the front. Is full, when rare equal to greater than size -1, queue is full. Otherwise queue is not full. If rare equal to front, queue is empty. Otherwise queue is not empty. Display module is used to print the elements of the queue. So these are the different modules. Later we are written main, which is common for all programs. So all menu driven program, which is common. This is the way, this is the standard process I am using to write the menu driven approach. So this is the approach we are using. So I will run. Yes, the menu. Suppose 1, how to enter value 10. I want to insert one more again, 1 and 20. Again, I want to insert, enter choice 1 and enter 30. Again, I want to insert 1, choice is 40. 10, 20, 30, 40, like this way. Suppose you want to delete a value, you have to give the choice 2. When you give the choice 2, we can delete the element at the front. So third is full. No, queue is not full. That's why queue is not full. Suppose 4 is empty. No, queue is not empty because there are some elements. Display. These are the elements of the queue. Suppose I want to exit 6. So this is the process we are using. So implementation of queues by using arrays. So this is about queues by using arrays. Okay, tomorrow we discuss so implementation by using linked list. Not tomorrow, but because on Monday class we discuss implementation of queues by using linked lists. Okay. మా అందరూ చూసుకోండి, యాక్చువల్గా ఎగ్జామ్స్ కూడా జరుగుతాయేమో, మిడ్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ అందరికీ జరుగుతున్నాయి. 1 by 1 జరుగుతూ ఉన్నాయి. మీకు కూడా జరుగుతాయి ఏదో ఒక రోజు. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఫైనల్ ఇయర్ వాళ్ళకి 3-2లో స్టార్ట్ అయింది. అందుకని అందరికీ 1 by 1 స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంటాయి. అందుకని ఒకసారి చెక్ చేసుకోండి. సరేనా? ఓకే.